Your content should be making you money. Hello, happy Sunday. Your content should be making you money. If it is not, we are doing something wrong, okay? Listen to me. The days of posting for free, over. We're not doing that. It is 2026, okay? You spend way too much time on these apps to not be collecting a check. So if you are not getting paid to post, go live, and interact, then you're doing something wrong and we have to fix it today, not tomorrow. Something else I want you guys to understand is this. Good morning. You should be monetizing your knowledge. There is something that you already know how to do, okay? You are very good at it. And whatever that thing is, I need you to make an ebook around it. I need you to post content around it. I need you to get paid for things that you already know how to do, all right? It is 2026. It is the year of alignment. It is the year that we're gonna finally follow through with the things that we said we were going to do. If there's something that you know how to do, you should be monetizing it, okay? When I first started 6 years ago, you guys, I lost 100 pounds. I was a very big girl, okay? And I learned a lot on my weight loss journey. I learned how to exercise. I learned how to eat right. I learned how to change my mindset. And so I took all of that knowledge that I learned and put it in an ebook. And I taught it to other people who also wanted to learn how to lose weight too, okay? So whatever it is, I need you to monetize it. But the reason why you're not is because you live in fear. On my life, fear stands for fuck everything and run. And that is what you're doing. You are running away from the brilliant ideas that would make you millions because you're so fearful of what people will think. You're so fearful of looking stupid. You're so fearful of people talking about you. And all of this fear has you in a chokehold and is keeping you trapped. 2026 is the year of alignment, the year that we're gonna finally stop letting fear hold us back from our dream life. The version of you who's posting confidently, who's consistent, who loves herself, who puts herself first without feeling bad. The version of you who has boundaries and standards for her life, who follows through with what she says, she's already within you. But she's buried under all the BS. She's buried under the excuses, the procrastination, the limiting beliefs. So we have to unleash her so we can finally become our dream version and build our dream life, okay? Now, what I wanna know is, good morning, who on this live is fed up of their own BS, meaning they are tired of always starting and stopping? If that is you, go ahead and put me in the chat. And just so you know, you guys, this is a judgment-free zone, so it's okay. We all got ish with us. If that is you, go ahead and put me in the chat. Very good. I want to know who I'm talking to this morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome, welcome. I also want to know who on this live is fed up with living paycheck to paycheck. If that is you, go ahead and put me in the chat. Good morning, come on in. And last but not least, I wanna know who on this live has no clue, has no idea what a digital product is. Or maybe you know a little bit, but not a lot. If that is you, go ahead and put me in the chat because I'm gonna teach you. For those of you guys who have never seen my face before, good morning, happy Sunday. It is 2026, okay? My name is Coach Jazz and I'm gonna be teaching you guys how to build your online business from scratch. But not only am I gonna teach you how to create your ebook and sell it, I'm also gonna teach you how to build you. This morning, we're gonna build our mindset. This morning, we're gonna stop getting in our own way. This morning, we're gonna finally do the things that we told ourselves we're going to do. We're gonna develop the accountability and the discipline and the consistency to actually get it done. You get in your own way. We have to fix that today, okay? I'm gonna give you guys a lot of information this morning. It would be in your best interest to write it down. If I know anything about you, you're human, which means you're gonna forget. You always do, because life, and stresses, right? Great. So if you take notes, if you write it down, anything that I do say that you happen to forget, you can still refer back to those notes and get it done. The key word of this live is execution. Good morning. Let me turn the mirror on. The key word of this live is execution. You're going to hear me say this word a million times because I need it to stick. Ladies, we can't keep writing stuff down and collecting notes and not doing anything with the notes. We have to do it. We got to do it. okay? So you gotta execute the information I'm giving you, or it's really of no use to you, okay? All right. If you have your pen and paper in hand, go ahead and put ready in the chat so I know that you're ready to learn. Also, you guys, make sure you interact with this live. The more we like, comment, and share, the more TikTok and YouTube will push this live to more women who are tired of their own BS. They was ready to put in their 2-week notice last year. They got it already written in the drafts. It's ready to hit send, okay? So just like this live found you, let's allow it to find others. Like, comment, and share the live. Let's go. Let me get a ready in the chat while I wait for a ready. My struggles don't define me. I'm waiting for somebody to put ready in the chat. My struggles don't define me. Amen, amen. Listen, anything you want to do, you can do. Life happens for us, not to us. Don't ever forget that. Life happens for us, not to us, okay? We are not victims, not on this live. On this live, we are empowered. On this live, we're gonna fix it, okay? I'm waiting for somebody to put ready in the chat. I see lots of ladies here. I need somebody to let me know they ready. Let's go, let's go. Progress, not perfection, is my focus. Good morning. Progress, not perfection, is my focus. Thank you, Minnie. Let's go ahead. Thank you, Shay. What is a digital product and how will we build the business? Okay. A digital product is something you do not have physical possession of. So think of a movie on Netflix. Think of a song on your Apple Music or Spotify. It's not physically in your hands. It's out somewhere in the cloud, okay? You are going to create something to sell. Yes, you are. Today's the day. And it could be anything. Ladies, please don't overthink. There is something that you already know how to do. And don't sit here and say, I don't know how to do nothing. That's not true. That's not true. Get out of your head and get into your bag. There is something that you know how to do. And that's what you're going to monetize. Okay. I told you guys when I first started, I lost 100 pounds. So I monetized that, how to eat better, how to exercise, how to have a more positive mindset around food. And I sold that on YouTube. So anything you want to do, you can do. But you got to stop getting in your own way. We got to stop making excuses and procrastinating and just do it. Okay. Now I'm going to give you guys 2 apps. 2. And these apps will change your entire life if you actually use them. Okay. If you're ready for app number 1, put a 1 in the chat. If you're ready for app number 1, put a 1 in the chat. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning, happy Sunday. It is 2026, the year of alignment. You said this was the year that you were gonna start the business. That's what you said. You said this was the year you were gonna finally prioritize yourself. You said this was the year you were gonna cut people off who are toxic. That's what you said. So what are we doing? Very good, very good. Good morning, good morning. Also, make sure y'all follow me so you don't lose me as they do steal my content, okay? And then they make fake accounts. App number 1 is Canva. You will be using it for everything. Everything, okay? Canva's gonna be your best friend. Now, let me tell you what is a cost to Canva. It is $14.99 a month, okay? Now, if you're brand new to Canva, you normally get a free trial or like free for 3 months. They always got some type of promo going. So take advantage of that, but then be ready to spend $14.99. And do not sit here and say you don't have $14.99 because that's not true, because you are always at Chipotle spending $25 on a bowl, getting extra chicken and extra queso. Okay. Canva. Yes, Canva rocks. Let's go. Let's talk about Canva. You will use Canva for everything. So maybe you need some Instagram reel templates for your videos. Canva. Maybe you're gonna start your YouTube channel. I tell y'all every morning, get on YouTube and start your channel. And you need some YouTube thumbnails. Those are the pictures that people see before they click on the video. Canva has thousands of templates and they're very easy to use. You just drag and drop. It's so simple, a cave woman could do it, okay? And maybe you do want to sell an ebook, and that's what I'm going to teach you how to do this morning. And you want to make it look all professional and branded, fine. Canva has thousands of ebook templates for you, okay? So everything you need for your online business, I promise you, you can find it on Canva. Now, before we get into app number 2, I want to talk to the woman who lives in fear. You already know who you are. You guys say nothing because I already know you're here. and you're saying things to yourself right now. Jazz, I would love to start an online business, but I'm too old. I'm not tech savvy. It's too late for me. Okay. Before you run away, like you always do, hold on. Don't go nowhere. Wait. What I need you to understand, ma'am, is you woke up this morning. That's a blessing. Every day that you wake up is another day that you are blessed with the opportunity to work on your goals and your dreams. Until you are 6 feet under, it is never too late to start your online business. So I don't want to hear it. Number 2, you are very tech savvy because you use your phone all day. You are on these apps all day, liking, commenting, sharing, archiving. True or false? That takes tech savviness. Yes, it does. So you will use the same tech savviness that you already have and build your online business. No, age ain't nothing but a number up on this live. We are not victims on this live. You have no excuses on this live. Age is nothing but a number. And for those of you guys who do think you are too old, what did I tell you earlier? You will sell your knowledge. So for those of you guys who are older, you have a lot of knowledge. You have a lot of wisdom, which means you have a lot of things that you could be selling. Okay? Okay. Now that we got that out of our system, app number 2, if you're ready for app number 2, put a 2 in the chat. We're not doing excuses over here. It's Sunday reset. No, we left the excuses in 2025. That's what I thought. That's what you said. You said it was a new year, new you, right? Or we just got new excuses. Good morning, April. Or we just got new excuses. Which one is it? Hello, hello. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, my name is Coach Jazz, and I am teaching the ladies how to build their online business, but most importantly, how to build themselves. Ladies, the things you got going on in this pretty head of yours is what's holding you back. If you got chaos going on in here, I know for a fact you got chaos in the real world. Your internal life, your internal thoughts always reflect your external. So we got to fix this. Okay, we got to fix this. Let's go, let's go. App number 2, ChatGPT. Yes, do it. App number 2, ChatGPT. You will be using this app for everything. This is AI, by the way, ladies. This is AI. Now, let me tell you this. They do have a premium version, and it is $20 a month. But you do not have to use it. You do not have to use it. You can use the free version, okay? You will get everything you need on free. But I'm just talking to the ladies who always want to act like they can't afford something. Now, be quick to say, I can't afford it. That's not true, because you're always at Kava. You are always at happy hour. You always go out for lunch. You always got the nails done, that hair done, them lashes done. Try me. ChatGPT. She said, I got the premium. Yes, I love the premium. I love it, but you are good on free. ChatGPT, okay? You use it for everything. So maybe you want to create content, but you're just not sure what kind of videos to make. Fine, ask Chat, he'll tell you. Maybe you want to start a YouTube channel, but you're just a little camera shy. You're not too sure what to say in the videos. Fine, Chat will script the whole video for you. Now all you have to do is say the words. Can't make this up. Maybe you want to sell an ebook, and that's what I'm going to teach you guys how to make this morning, but you're just not sure what to say. What do you put in this ebook? What if I told you ChatGPT will write the entire book for you from beginning to end in under 30 seconds? Ladies, it has never been easier than today to build your online business. You are getting in your own way. This is a you versus you problem. This is you and your limiting beliefs. This is you and your lack of confidence. This is you and your lack of consistency. We're gonna fix it. So I gave you Canva and I gave you Chat. Now we have to put it together and write it. If you're ready for prompt number 1, put a 1 in the chat. If you're ready for prompt number 1, put a 1 in the chat. We gotta execute. You guys better be taking notes, because I know you're gonna forget the prompt. And how can we execute something if we don't even know what we're doing? You can't. So please just do yourself a favor and write it down. Just write it down. I am deserving of every bit of love, joy, and positivity that comes my way. Yes, ChatGPT is great. I am deserving of love, joy, positivity that comes my way. Some of y'all don't even realize you sabotage yourself because deep down inside, you don't even believe you're worthy of happiness. We got to fix that because you are worthy of all things. You are worthy of all things. Thank you, Sassy. All right, prompt number 1. You're going to open up chat in the search. Write this down. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. If you've got that, put got that in the chat. Thank you. If you need for it to be repeated, this is the opportunity to ask. Closed mouths don't get fed. And don't you dare wait 10 minutes into the live and be like, Jazz, can you repeat prompt number 1? No, I can't. And I'm not, because you could have had it repeated now. So let me know that you got it. Let me know that you got it. Absolutely. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. Write it down, and make sure you guys follow me if you haven't already. Also, the more we interact with this live, the more TikTok and YouTube will push this live to more people. And believe it or not, there are a lot of women who are tired of their own BS too. They've been ready to quit. The 2-week notice is already in the drafts in the email. They're ready to hit send. Okay, so just like this live found you, let's allow it to find others. Canva is app number 1. Y'all got that? Let's do an affirmation. I should see a few more got that's. I take action towards my goals every day. Thank you, Rose. I take action towards my goals every day. Every day, just do something, even if it's only 10 minutes. Don't say you ain't got 10 minutes because you are on social media all day. Clock it. Very good. You're gonna hit enter. Now, before we move forward, I need you to write this word down. This says consistent. Write it down. Consistent. I need you to write this word down, and then I need you to underline it. And then I need you to circle it. Because in 2026, we are going to get very clear on what this word means. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. We are going to get clear on what the word consistent means in 2026 because a lot of y'all are very confused. So let me go ahead and unconfuse you. Some of y'all think consistent means once in a while, if I have time, once in 6 months. No. Consistent means more often than not. More often than not. So if there are 7 days in a week, consistent means 4 out of the 7. I need you to be working on your business 4 out of the 7 days. That's consistent. And don't sit here and say that you don't know how to be consistent because you are consistent at that job. True or false? You know you want a consistent paycheck, so you go to work consistently more often than not. To my ladies who have lost weight, I have lost 100 pounds. Is it or is it not true that when you consistently eat less food and you consistently move your body, don't you consistently lose weight? Yes. Yes, you do. Business is no different. We have to be consistent. No ifs, ands, or buts. Now, let's make consistency easy because life is hard enough, okay? Life is life and for everyone. So let's make it easy, okay? Listen to me very closely. It is so much easier for you to be consistent when you choose something off of the list that chat gave you that you actually like. I want you to go through that list and only choose things that you would love to talk about all day. I want you to want to talk about it so much that your husband tells you to shut up, okay? That's how you know that's something that you really like. I want you to go through that list and ask yourself, could I talk about this all day and be so excited about it? If the answer is yes, that's the product for you. Because when you do things that you truly enjoy doing, it's so much easier to do them because it doesn't feel like work. And when things don't feel like work, you do it all the time. I can't make this up. I can't make this up. And now you can easily be consistent. To my girlies who have lost weight, isn't it so much easier to eat healthy when you eat healthy foods that you actually like? Yes. Yes, it is. Isn't it so much easier to consistently be active when you choose activities that you actually like? Yes. Yes, it is. So we're going to run our business the same way. I want you to only choose something that you love to do. Now, if it gave you 10 things, you don't like none of the things it gave you, fine, ask for 10 more. And keep asking until it gives you an idea you want to use. Before we move forward, I need you to write this down. This is critical. This is critical in 2026. Write this down. Money flows where energy goes. Write that down. Money flows where energy goes. Ladies, we're going to lock in 2026. If you're anything like how I used to be, you give your energy to everybody. Everybody gets your energy. You're like an energy vending machine. You give all your energy away. You're giving all your energy to your spouse, your partner, your sneaky link. You're giving all your energy to your parents. You're giving all your energy to your kids. You're giving all your energy to your friends. You're giving all your energy to your career and your job and your coworkers. You're giving all your energy to celebrities. And by the time you sit down ready to work on something for yourself, you can't because you ain't got no more damn energy because you gave it all away. And now you feel frustrated, irritated, mad, depressed. You keep giving out all your energy. So, we're going to take a new path this year. We're going to try something different. I need you to start putting yourself first. It does not make you a bad wife because you want to work on your business. It does not make you a bad mother because you want to do something for yourself for once. It does not make you a bad friend because you would rather work on your goals than talk to your friend about her problems. Shit, you got your own problems. That makes you human. I need you to stop giving all your energy away and start telling people no. The answer is no. And that is a complete sentence. You do not need to explain yourself. No, I cannot loan you no money. That is money I could be using for my business. No, I cannot give you a ride anywhere. That is time I could be spending towards my business. No, I cannot talk to you about your problems. I have my own. The answer is no. No, no, no. Because when you start telling people no, now you're telling yourself, yes, I'm going to put my goals first. Yes, I'm going to do something that makes me happy. Money flows where energy goes. So stop giving all your energy to everybody. I'm not sitting here saying that you shouldn't put your kids first. But what I am saying is you matter too. Your happiness is important too. So I need you to start telling people no. And that will solve 90% of your problems. Okay? All right. Now, once you choose the idea you want to use, you will then put in chat, write this down, write me an ebook. Good morning. That helps people solve this problem. That's right, Peaches. You cannot pour from an empty cup. Your cup has to be on overflow. And if it's not, you have nothing to give. So stop trying. Keep it for yourself. Your energy, your money, those are resources God gave you. He didn't give them to everybody else. If he gave it to everybody else, they wouldn't be asking you for yours. Stop giving all your energy away. Your energy is currency. That's how you manifest, by feeling good. You can't manifest stuff if you don't feel good. Y'all not ready for all that. Y'all not ready for this manifestation. Let's go, let's go. All right, write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem. Write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem. If you've got that, put "got that" in the chat. If you need for it to be repeated, this is the opportunity to ask. Remember, closed mouths don't get fed. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. Happy Sunday. It is 2026, the year that we're gonna finally do something for ourselves. We're gonna finally build that confidence. The version of you who shows up consistently, who lives in her purpose. She wakes up every day doing what she loves. She's happy, she's motivated, she's inspired. She helps other people. She puts herself first. She has boundaries. She doesn't tolerate bullshit from herself or others. That version of you is already within you. She's already within you. But she's buried under the fear, under the excuses, under the limiting beliefs. We have to unleash her so you can finally become who you've always wanted to become. So you can finally build your dream life. Okay? Write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem. You're gonna hit enter. Now, this is what I mean by it has never been easier than today to build your online business from scratch, because chat literally wrote it for you. Now all you have to do is copy and paste, okay? You will copy what chat wrote and you will paste it into Canva. So in the search bar, type in ebooks on Canva, hit enter. It's gonna give you thousands of templates. Just pick your most favorite one. They're all 1000% customizable. You can change the colors, the fonts, the pictures, everything, okay? You will copy and paste. Now, to my ladies who love to overthink. You overthink from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed. It's toxic and it's not getting you anywhere. Write this down. KISS. This is an acronym and it stands for Keep It Simple, Silly. Keep it simple, silly. Stop overthinking. Just stop. Just make sure that it is clean, simple, legible. I used to be an overthinker too. That's how I know. And it's driving you crazy. Just make sure it is clean, simple, legible. That's it, okay? When you are done copying and pasting and you love the way it looks, you will download it as a PDF file. PDF file, okay? When you have finished downloading it, you will upload it to your hosting site. Y'all better be writing these down. I'm giving y'all the tea. Stan Store, Etsy, Beacons, Gumroad, and Shopify. Stan Store, Etsy, Beacons, Gumroad, Shopify. These are some of the most popular hosting sites. Yes, there's plenty more out there, but these are some of the most popular ones. If you've got all of that, please put "got that" in the chat. I know I said a mouthful. Closed mouths don't get fed. The key word of this live is execution. How can we execute if we don't even know what we're doing? You can't. So write it down, because you're going to forget. You already know you're going to forget. I am not alone, and it's okay to ask for help. I am not alone, and it's okay to ask for help. Ladies, sometimes you can't do everything by yourself. Sometimes you can't be Superwoman 37. No. 30 days, 7, no. Sometimes you need to ask for help. I don't need to have it all figured out. I do not need to have it all figured out. You just need to start, okay? Y'all got that? Everybody got that? Going once, going twice. Okay, good, cool. So we got that. Listen. Now let me tell you something. The beauty of having a coach, having a mentor, is they teach you things to do and not to do, all from their own personal experiences, okay? I've been doing this for 6 years. full time. Started during COVID. Made more money than I ever could have imagined. But I would be sitting here lying to you if I did not tell you that I also made a lot of mistakes. I made a lot of mistakes. Lots. One of the biggest lessons I learned in entrepreneurship, and this is life advice, ladies, but we're also talking business. You have got to get a handle on your finances. Yep. Ladies, the version of you who's glowed up, who's living her life happily, who walks in her purpose, who loves herself, who has confidence, who finishes what she starts, she also knows how to spend her damn money. Let's go ahead and just tell it like it is. She has herself on a budget. She knows how much is coming into her house versus how much is coming out. She's not just spending foolishly. You have got to get a handle on your finances. Because even if you're paycheck to paycheck now, you will continue to be paycheck to paycheck, no matter how much you make. Because most of us have a spending problem to some degree. I never used to understand how people could make so much money and be so broke until I lived it. See, I thought I was paycheck to paycheck at my 9 to 5 because I thought I just didn't make enough money. No, I was paycheck to paycheck because I never had a budget and I didn't know how to spend my damn money, and I was buying stuff foolishly because I carried those same horrible spending habits into entrepreneurship. And I was broke month after month, overdrawn after overdrawn because I didn't have myself on a budget. Ladies, put yourself on a budget and execute it. Learn how to tell yourself no. Learn how to save your money. Because if you do not, you will continue the same cycle. And the reason why I'm telling you all of this is because you're stepping into entrepreneurship. I'm not going to tell you no lies. We are all grown. We know nothing in this life is free. We all know that. And these hosting sites are no different. These hosting sites have fees. So I need you to start calculating how much comes in versus how much comes out. So as your business starts making more money, you know how to keep your damn money. Okay? These hosting sites have fees. And don't sit here and say you can't afford nothing. That's not true, because you're at Chipotle and Cava every day. You are at Chick-fil-A. You are drinking Starbucks daily. Don't do it. Do not do it. I use Stan Store. I love Stan. Stan is great. But Stan is also very expensive. Stan Store is $99 a month. That is very high if your business is not making that yet, okay? So if you're brand new to all of this, you're just getting started today, fine. But Stan Store is not for you. Instead, I want you to come to Gumroad, Gumroad, because Gumroad only charges you a percentage when you make a sale. They charge you 10% for every sale. So until you make money, you don't have to spend it. That is a great place to start. Now, you're gonna make money. And when you do, you're gonna bring everything to Stan Store. How do I know you're gonna make money? Because you're writing stuff down, you're asking questions, and you promised me you were gonna execute. So when you do start making money, come to Stan. Because Stan has a lot of features that will help you expand your business, like Afterpay and Klarna. Ladies, let me tell you what's going on in the world of finance. People today, they love payment plans. They love them. Buy now, pay later is taking over the world, okay? Afterpay, Klarna, Sezzle, QuadPay, Affirm, they're taking over. People are using buy now, pay later more than they're using credit cards today. And it's not just poor people. No, six-figure earners are also using buy now, pay later options. So if you have a buy now, pay later option on your site, I promise you, you will make more. But for now, you will start with what you have. You will start on Gumroad. You will build your business, and you will transfer everything over to Stan Store later. Okay? All right. So what we just did was we made the ebook. We took Canva, we took chat, we put it together, and we wrote it. Now we have to sell it. And I told you I'm gonna teach you how to sell. We gotta sell it. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Good morning. Sales is 80% of the business. That's more than half. So we have to get this right. Because if you ain't got no sales, you ain't got no business. But before we get into sales, I need to make something crystal clear to you. Ladies, that process of copying and pasting and making that ebook, that should not take you longer than 2 hours. No longer than 2. Honestly, it really shouldn't take you longer than 1. But I'm going to give you some grace, and I'm going to give you 2. Start on gumroad, yes, and then move it to stand store. I'm going to give you grace, and I'm going to give you 2. And listen, I don't care how old you are. On this live, age ain't nothing but a number. I don't give a damn. Because what you're not going to do is try to convince me that it takes longer than 2 hours to copy some words and paste it into Canva. No, it does not. No, it does not. If it is taking you longer than 2 hours to copy and paste, we have a serious problem. One problem that you might be experiencing, and I used to be guilty of this too, you want to be a perfectionist. Everything about you just must be right, or it's just not going to be perfect. And if it's not perfect, you're not going to do it. You are the woman who will overthink her brilliant idea. You are the woman who will waste months overthinking every single thing. And then when you do decide to start, you will take things out, put things back, get frustrated and irritated because it's still not perfect and give up on it again. And then you'll let more months go by. Mind you, the time that you are letting go by, you never get back because you are getting older, not younger. But you don't care because you'll let another 3 months go by doing absolutely nothing, overthinking and trying to be perfect so damn bad. And then when you do decide to start this time, you're going to go ask 20 people what they think you should do with your business. And it's crazy because the people that you're asking, they don't even run a business. And these aren't even people you would trade lives with. But for some reason, their opinion means so much to you. And then when they give it to you, you listen. You care. Next thing you know, a whole year has gone by that you don't get back. And nothing has gotten accomplished. Bless your heart. Bless your heart. Lord, listen, I used to be this way too, I know, but I need you to hear me loud and clearly. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but sometimes that's just what I do best. Ma'am, you are not perfect. No, you are not. You are flawed as hell. But that's okay, because I'm not perfect either. I am flawed as hell. We are all flawed as hell. We are all perfectly imperfect. What you really are is scary, okay? You are living in fear. And what do we say on this live? Fear stands for fuck everything and run. And that's what you're doing. You are running away from your brilliant idea that could make you millions because you're so fearful of looking stupid. You're so fearful of failure. You're so fearful of people talking about you. So you let all of this fear steal. It is literally stealing your dream life from you. You already know you want to be a content creator. You already know you want to be an entrepreneur. You already know these things. But you let fear steal it from you every year. Year after year. And if you want to dig even deeper, the reason why we have all this fear in the first place, the reason why we make excuses, the reason why we procrastinate, the reason why we tell ourselves what we can't do is because we are self-sabotaging. That's what all this is. This is self-sabotage at its finest. That's why I told you this is a you problem. This is self-sabotage. You are doing this to yourself. It is self-inflicted. No, it's not your husband. No, it's not your family. No, it's not your job. It is you. You are the problem. And the reason why we self-sabotage is because you are trying to protect your fragile ego from feeling disappointed. You couldn't fathom trying something new, doing something different, and feeling disappointed if it doesn't work. So you self-sabotage to avoid feeling disappointed. But you already said that you hate your job. You already said that you are tired of living paycheck to paycheck. That's what you said. You said you were tired of not having confidence in yourself and always giving up on yourself. That's what you said. You said you were tired of never putting yourself first. But every day that you live like that, you are still living in disappointment because there are things about your life that you are not 1000% happy with. I am trying to help you fix it. On this live, we are going to fix it, but we can't fix it if you don't change. How can we bring more money into the house and build a business if there's no product? How can customers buy your stuff if there's no stuff? They can't. So you have to just launch. How can we build confidence in ourselves and believe in ourselves if we keep giving up on ourselves? You can't. So you have to just launch. Ladies, you gotta launch with what you have. You gotta let go of the perfectionist crap because you'll never be perfect. You are chasing something that doesn't exist. Just launch with what you have. That's it. And I need you to understand and understand that it will get better. Everything in your life has proven that to be true. Things that you do over and over and over again always gets better. Always. You didn't always know how to walk. Now you walk just fine. How? Because you did it over and over. Your business, your content, it's all the same. The more content you put out, the better it'll get. The more products you put out, the better they will get. I want you to go to your favorite content creators page. And if they still have those videos up from years ago, I want you to scroll all the way to the beginning of time. And I want you to watch their very first video and then compare it to what you see now. And I know for a fact, it is a 1000% transformation because they did it over and over again. It got better and better. And you found them when it got better. You didn't even know they existed at the beginning of time. So why do you think you're any different? All of our favorite businesses that we spend money with today have gotten better over time. Look at Netflix. Netflix did not always have a fancy app. They were not doing comedy specials with Dave Chappelle and Kevin Hart either. They did not have their own original movies and series that are winning Oscars. And they were not doing wrestling pay-per-view. Years ago, before COVID, you had to go on their website, netflix.com. You had to make a list of all the movies you wanted to see. And these were not their original movies either. These were movies that were once in theaters. They would mail you a DVD off of that list. You could watch it as many times as you wanted. And when you were ready for the next movie off the list, you had to mail that one back. They didn't wait for all the funding. They didn't wait till they had it all figured out. They launched with what they had. And the more they ran their business, the better it got. Yours will be the same way. You gotta launch. You don't have a choice. Another reason why it might be taking you longer than 2 hours to copy and paste some words is because you were distracted as fuck. Excuse my French, but it's true. I already know that I'm not the coach for everybody, and I have accepted that because I'm gonna tell you the truth. And a lot of you guys, a lot of people don't want to hear the truth. But I don't really care because the truth will set you free. See, when you get off work, you could work on the business and reaching your goals, building your confidence by keeping the promises that you make to yourself, but you'd rather not. You would rather sit on the phone and gossip with your friends for hours about celebrities and their drama. When you do have time off, like the weekends, you could work on your business and reaching your goals, building your confidence and finally keeping the promises that you make to yourself. But you'd rather not. You'd rather sit on the couch and binge watch Netflix and Hulu for hours late at night when your children are asleep. You could work on the business and reaching your goals and keeping the promises that you make to yourself so you can finally have confidence in yourself, but you'd rather not. You would rather scroll social media for hours, laughing at funny videos and sending them back and forth in the group chats. And the reason why we have all of these distractions in the first place is because we're trying to escape. This is escapism. And the reason that we're trying to escape is because there's things about our life that we are not 1000% happy with. And instead of you being a grown woman and fixing it, you would rather run from it. But it's 2026 and we're getting older, not younger. So let's take a new path because obviously the path that we've been taking isn't working. So let's switch it up. Instead of trying to escape a life that we're not 1000% happy with, what if we just lock in and build a life that we never feel the need to just escape from? Okay. Sounds good. So this is what we're gonna do today. Not tomorrow, not next month, today. You said 2026, right? Okay, so today, you are gonna turn the TV off. I need you to put the phone on Do Not Disturb. Tell your little friends you will talk to them later. You're building your dream life. You're gonna sit down at home. No, you don't need to be at Starbucks because you get distracted there. You're gonna sit down at home. You're gonna start the ebook. And you're gonna finish it. Not start, stop, come back next week because we all know you're not coming back. You never do. You're gonna start it and you're gonna finish it. 2 hours is all you need. If we are crystal clear on all these instructions, please go ahead and put clear in the chat because respectfully, there is no point in talking about sales if you don't have nothing to sell. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. My name is Coach Jazz. We're building our online business, but most importantly, we're building ourselves, our follow through, our confidence, our self-respect. We're building that because the things you got going on in this pretty head of yours is what's keeping you trapped. Yes, good morning. Hello. Welcome, J-Mo. Yes, men too. This is for men too. Most of my audience is women. That's why I always say the ladies, okay? Very good. Now we're talking about sales. Also too, the more we interact with this live, TikTok and YouTube, the more TikTok and YouTube will push this live to more people. So please like, comment, share. Okay, sales. I told you guys a few minutes ago, sales is 80% of the business. That is more than half. So we got to get this right because if we don't have a business, okay? I'll be honest. Sales is where most people fail. They fail here, okay? At sales. But before you run away and freak out like you always do, some of y'all sitting there saying, oh my God, because it's so hard. No. Sales is not hard. Honestly, it's not. Sales is actually easy. But it's hard for most people because of their mindset and the things that they think in regards to sales. So before we can sell something, we have to fix what we think about sales. See, some of y'all believe that sales is so hard because you're not a salesperson. What if you talk about your product too much and people unfollow you? What if people think you're annoying? What if people think you're begging them for money? Okay. Let's go ahead and fix all of that. First of all, what I need you to understand is this. Selling is not begging. Selling is solving. Okay? You have a solution to their problem. You are not begging anyone for anything. So whoever told you that, stop talking to them. Just wrap it up. Nope. Selling is not begging. Selling is solving. Number 2, you don't have a choice but to remind people consistently about your products and services and how you can help them, because people are human and they are going to forget. Ladies, people are not checking for you. People are being bombarded with content from the time they wake up to the time they go to bed every single day. They're living their own lives. They got their own problems. They are not thinking about you. You have to remind them that you exist because they will forget. People will forget. So you don't have a choice but to consistently remind them about how you can help them. Why do you think I keep telling you guys to take notes on this live? Because I already know you're human and you're going to forget most of what I said, so I said write it down. Why do you think I keep telling you guys the key word of this live is execution? You done heard me say that word 20 times so far. Why do I keep repeating myself? Because I need it to stick so that when I do in this live, you remember, oh, I had to execute. That's why. You have to always remind people that you exist. You don't have a choice because they will forget. All of your favorite businesses that you shop with remind you all the time that they exist. Look at Amazon. We all know who they are. We are well aware. Everyone has the memo. And most of us are Prime members, meaning that we pay a monthly subscription for 2-day, 1-day, and same-day shipping. And even though most of us are already customers of theirs, they still remind you consistently that they exist. How? You can't even go 2 miles down the street without seeing an Amazon truck. They could have kept them trucks white, but they painted them blue and they put their logo on it. Why? So that every time you see one of those trucks, which is all day, your brain thinks Amazon. You can't even go down a neighborhood or enter into a mailroom without seeing Amazon packages all over the place. They didn't have to put their logo on them cardboard boxes. They could have left them blank, but they chose not to. They did it for a reason. Why? So that every time you see those packages, which is all day, you think Amazon. They are forcing you to remember that they exist. And do you really think they're worried about you unsubscribing from Prime? Please, no. They know you're not going nowhere because they know they have a solution to your problem. You're lazy and you want convenience. We all do. So they already know you will not be leaving. That monthly subscription will be coming out and you will still be making your purchases. True or false? Exactly. For those of you guys who have seen my face before, maybe I'm not a new face to you because I've been on this internet for 6 years. You might have found me on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Threads. I'm all over the place. How is it that I'm able to show up consistently teaching people about Glow Up Academy and how I can help them without worrying about people thinking I'm begging them for money or being annoying? How am I able to do that? Because I know that Glow Up Academy solves people's problems. That's how. People want to learn how to build their online business. I teach them that inside Glow Up Academy. Women want to learn how to build confidence and consistency and discipline and follow through. I teach them that all inside Glow Up Academy. Women want to change their mindsets and let go of fear and limiting beliefs and finally walk in their purpose and not feel bad about it. I teach them that inside Glow Up Academy. I'm not begging anyone for anything. If I'm being annoying, then they unfollow. Honestly, I don't give a damn. They'll come back when they're ready. They just weren't ready to glow up. And because I have that energy with my products and services, I sell. And I sell a lot. Because Amazon has that energy with their products and services, they sell. And they sell a lot. And if you want to sell a lot too, you are going to have the same energy. No ifs, ands, or buts. Okay? If you're ready for sales tip number 1, put a 1 in the chat. For those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. Happy Sunday. My name is Coach Jazz. Let's go, let's go. This moment is shaping me into a strong version of myself. This moment is shaping me into a strong version of myself. There's a reason why I popped up on your For You page this morning. It's because you're ready to fix your mindset so you can do something great, so you can finally reach your goals. Okay? And I want to address the elephant in the room real quick, which is failure. That word got some of y'all in a chokehold. You want to start an online business, but you're so afraid to fail. But what if I told you that you're confused as to what the word failure even means? See, some of y'all think that failure means you make your first YouTube video, and if you don't get 50,000 subscribers in 7 days, then you failed. Some of y'all think that if you launch your first ebook and you're not a millionaire by the end of the month, then you failed. Some of y'all think that if you make your first TikTok video and you don't get 10,000 views in 10 minutes, then you failed. But that's not failure. See, failure only exists when you quit. When you throw in the towel and you say, you know what? I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. I quit. I give up. Well, then that is when you have officially failed. But if every single day you just commit to getting a little bit better, just doing something a little bit differently than you did yesterday, then that's not failure, because you're still showing up. You're still trying. You're still committed. You're still growing. Maybe yesterday you made excuses. How about today you don't make any? Maybe yesterday you thought about recording content. How about today you record one piece of content and tomorrow you post it? Maybe yesterday you didn't get 8 hours of sleep. How about today you do? As long as every single day you do something towards bettering yourself and getting better with whatever it is you're trying to do, that's not failure, because you're still showing up. See, the problem is you are entitled. You are entitled. And you have created a time frame of when you believe the results should come. You pulled a number out of thin air somewhere and you believed it. You believe that you should be a millionaire in 2 weeks because you said so. That's entitlement. Who told you that's when that was going to happen? But notice that everything that you just keep doing over and over and over again, eventually you get the results that you always wanted. You know that to be true. For my ladies who have lost weight, you know this to be true. I lost 100 pounds. If you consistently eat less food and consistently move your body, won't you eventually get to your weight loss goal? Yes. Yes, you will. If you consistently pay your credit card balance down and consistently pay your bills on time, won't you eventually get to the credit score that you wanted? Yes. Yes, you will. Stop putting a time frame on when you feel that you should get the results. Stop, because it's not getting you anywhere. Because when you don't get the results in that time frame that you set, now you feel like you failed. But I keep telling you, if you just keep showing up, that's not failure. So for all of you guys who are so afraid to fail, just don't quit. Just don't quit. Because if you didn't quit, then you didn't fail. And now you have nothing to worry about. Okay? Good. So I don't want to hear about nobody failure. No. What? Failure? That's not even my vocabulary. Sales tip number 1, write this down. Content is king. And distribution is queen. Content is king and distribution is queen. Good morning, good morning. Sales tip number 1, let's break it down so it makes sense. The content is king part. Okay, ladies, we are going to get the word out about our products and services through our content. Thank you, real estate. So your content is your story posts, your reels, if you go live, that's content. You long form YouTube videos, all that is content. That's how we're getting the word out about our products and services and how we can help people. Content is king because we have to do it consistently because people are going to forget. So we have to consistently remind them, okay? Content is king. Now, remember we said consistent means more often than not. So if there are 7 days in a week, consistent is 4 out of the 7. But for those of you guys who are not posting at all, we also said we're going to focus on just getting a little bit better every single day. So maybe you're not posting at all. Fine. We're going to start smaller. Maybe you're camera shy. So what I want you to do is sit in front of the camera multiple times a day for about 30 seconds to 5 minutes, as often as you can, just being in front of the camera and talking. Because the more you talk to the camera, the more comfortable you get. I just want you to get used to that. We're not posting, we're just getting comfortable with being in front of the camera. Once you have become comfortable in front of the camera, now we're going to lock in on a goal of you posting one 20-second TikTok video once a week. Once you have got comfortable with that, then we're going to up it to 2 and 3 and so on and so forth, okay? But content is king because we have to get consistent, all right? But don't forget, we crawl before we walk and we walk before we run, okay? Now, the distribution is queen part. Let's break this down. Not only will you be posting consistently, thank you, Beckstar, you will also be building a bare minimum of 3 platforms, ladies. We're building 3. Why? Because 1 is too close to none, that's why. Like that one income you have at that one job. If they laid you off tomorrow, what would you do? You'd be sitting there freaking out, trying to figure out how you're gonna pay them bills. If you put all your eggs in a TikTok basket and the US decides to ban it, like they were trying to do this time last year, what would you do? You would be freaking out like all of the other TikTokers who only had a TikTok account. I always teach my students, we have to stay proactive so we're not reactive. In other words, we got to stay ready. Now, before you freak out, it's not hard to build 3. The same exact video that you put on TikTok, you can throw it on Instagram, YouTube Shorts, whatever. It takes an extra 5 minutes. I do it all day. I promise you it's not hard. Now, which platform should you grow? That's 1000% up to you. You got a lot of options. I always suggest starting with the platform that you're always on. So if you are always on TikTok, start on TikTok, because obviously you like this app so much because you're always here, and then just choose 2 more. But let me tell you this in case you did not know. YouTube is the most watched platform. Some of y'all think it's TikTok. Y'all so cute. Bless your heart. Bless your heart. No. It is YouTube. There are more people watching YouTube than anywhere. YouTube has even replaced cable TV. So I always encourage my students to start their YouTube channel because that's where everybody is. So it would make sense for you to be there too. Okay? Now, before we get into sales tip number 2, I want to speak to the woman that's living in fear. She's quiet. She's not saying anything. She's taking notes, but she's real quiet right now. And she's saying things to herself like, Jazz, I would love an online business, but honestly, this sounds really hard. You want me to post consistently? That sounds hard. You want me to make an ebook? I'm not tech savvy. That sounds hard. You want me to build 3 platforms? That sounds hard, Jazz. And honestly, I don't think I can do this. Okay. Well, before you run away, like you always do, just listen. What I want you to know is this. I'm not going to try to convince you of anything. I don't have the power to. So I'm not even going to try. So, if you want to believe that building an online business is hard, then fine. I'm going to let you think that. Your feelings are valid. You're right. It's hard. If you want to believe that building your confidence by keeping the promises that you make to yourself is hard, then fine. I'm going to let you think that. You're right. It's hard. But the life that you're currently living is hard. And that's what fear does. Fear will convince you that you can't do any of the stuff that we're talking about. But the crazy thing is, you do harder stuff now. You know what I've noticed about us women is we never want to give ourselves credit where credit is due. You never want to look at everything that you've overcome in your life and say to yourself, wow, I'm proud of myself for getting through that. When was the last time you even said to yourself, I'm proud of myself? For some of y'all, you don't even know. That's a problem. That's a freaking problem because you don't even see all the harder things that you deal with every day and in your past. And now you're trying to say that you can't do this. Life's for all of us. We have all gone through some horrible, dark times. And in those moments, you had no clue how the hell you was going to get up out. But you did. Because you're still here. And despite all of that happened, you are going to let fear convince you that you can't do this. This is lack of confidence. This is the problem. That right there is the problem. Nobody could even walk a mile in your shoes. And even though you know what you've overcome, you are doubting your ability to do this. Look at what you have overcome, and you're sitting here telling yourself that you don't have the ability to record a 30-second TikTok video and post it. Really, ladies? Really? Look at everything you do on a day-to-day basis, and you are sitting here telling yourself you don't have the ability to copy some words that AI wrote for you and paste it. Really? You copy and paste links to Reels all damn day. This is a confidence problem. We have got to fix this because right now your confidence is negative 50. That's the problem. And I don't have to convince you of this because you can see this for yourself. There are people on these apps who are in worse off situations than you. And they are still showing up, just trying to make their dreams come true. There are women on these apps with more kids than you. And they're still showing up, just trying to build their business. There are people on this app who freaking live in a hospital because they're always sick. Cancer, sickle cell. And despite all of that, They still show up and post their content to build their dreams. There are people on this app who have lost everything. They lost their job. They lost their house. They lost their car. But they didn't lose hope. And despite the whole world on their back, right now, they are still showing up, building their business. Now, let's be real for a second. Some of y'all don't have half them problems. Thank you, life. Some of y'all don't have half them problems. Some of y'all sure. Okay, I'll give you credit. I'll give you grace. Okay. Some of y'all don't. Some of y'all sitting here pretty. You got a problem here or there. Life ain't perfect. But for the most part, you are blessed because you already know life could be worse. So what's your excuse? It's lack of confidence. That's the problem. That is the problem. That is the fear that you allow to steal your dream life from you every year. You are not getting younger. You are getting older. You are wasting time living in fear. And you see people every single day doing it. And you never look at what you've overcome in your life and how hard that was. But you got through it. But you don't even think you can do this. You got to fix it. Listen, my online business changed my whole life. I started 6 years ago during COVID. Made more money than I ever could have imagined, all from my freaking cell phone, a laptop, and some Wi-Fi. I now have peace. I'm not stressing about how I'm going to pay my rent on time anymore. I have freedom now. I get to do what I want, when I want, and how I want to do it. I have purpose. I get to wake up every day doing what I love. But before all of this, ladies, before COVID, I lived a very different life. I used to be miserable. I used to be depressed, never smiled. I used to be an alcoholic. I used to work a 9-to-5. See, I bought into the American dream bullshit that they sell all of us, but I bought in back in high school. They told me to go to college and get a 4-year bachelor's degree, graduate and get a good job with stability and benefits. I'll be able to afford to take vacations a couple times a year. I'll be afford to put extra into my retirement, so when I'm 65, I'll have plenty of money to live out the rest of my years in peace and happiness. I said, okay, sounds like a plan. Let's go off to school. All of my friends went. My mom's telling me to go. I went off to college and got me a 4-year degree. Cost me $40,000. Graduated. 6 months later, got my first dream job in my degree. I was so excited, okay? Full time. They're gonna pay me $60,000 a year. I was 23. I thought I was about to be rich. That was more money than I ever could have imagined. I said to myself, wow, this American dream is really happening. Oh my God. So because I feel like I'm about to be rich, I'm ready to do grown woman things. So I move out of my mom's house. I was sick of her rules. We weren't getting along like that. I was like, I'm ready to get my own place, be an adult. So I went out and got my own apartment. But I didn't stop there. See, I told you guys I had really bad spending habits. We listen, we don't judge. I do what most Americans do. I went out and got me a car payment. See, I already had a car and it was paid off, title in hand. It got me from point A, B, C, D, E, and F. But it was old. No push to start, no leather seats, no tablet in the dash. I had to upgrade to match my new life. So I went out and got me a brand new Dodge Charger, top of the line. Couldn't tell me shit in my Charger. Cost me $450 a month. And with expensive cars, we all know comes expensive car insurance and expensive gas. So now I'm paying all these bills all on my own, and I'm broke as hell. Every syllable of the word broke. I couldn't afford to take any vacations. I couldn't afford to put anything extra into 401k than what I had to, what they took out automatically. I was broke. I had another problem. I had to start paying back them damn student loans. See, I thought it was all fun and games because I thought everybody had student loans and they weren't expecting people to pay that stuff back. That's what I thought. No, the government is dead ass serious and they want their money, okay? They'll give you 6 months after you graduate to get on your feet. They won't send any letters. They just want you to get on they just want you to get a job, okay? But best believe when that 6-month mark hits, they are sending letters to the house because they want you to submit your tax returns because they're gonna tell you how much you can afford. And since they saw on paper I made $60,000 a year, no dependents, I didn't have any kids, they said I should be able to afford $400 a month. I was like, 400? They didn't tell me that in high school, $400 a month. Yes, and that's the price. It's not up for negotiation. That's the price. I had 11 student loan accounts that they lumped under one monthly payment of $400 a month. Every month that I did not pay those student loans, which was every month, I got 11 missed payments on my credits. In the course of 1 year, I cannot make this up, 121 missed payments off of some student loans. My credit dropped. 520. So the American dream house, that wasn't gonna happen for me no time soon. Not till I took care of them student loans. So I'm broke. I have really bad credit. I had one last problem. I hated my job. You guys, college did not prepare me for corporate America. I had no clue what I was walking into. When I went in for the interview, my supervisor told me that everybody was just a big old work family and they all loved each other and got along and it was all kumbaya, and I believed that. See, I'm not gonna lie, I was very sheltered growing up. Okay, I was very naive in my early 20s. I just didn't know no better. So I believed that. I went into the department thinking that all these people were my friends. No, not your friends. I learned in corporate America that people will smile in your face. They will ask you how your weekend is. They'll sit down with you in the break room and kiki kaka, but they don't like you. They'll invite you out to happy hour off the clock, so they're not getting paid to be around you, but they don't like you. They'll text you, they'll call you, they'll invite you to their weddings and their baby showers, but they don't like you. They'll do the Secret Santa, potluck, Thanksgiving bullshit. They'll even come together for your birthday and buy you a gift with their money that they worked for, but they don't like you. They do not like you. And best believe, when the time is right, they will tell management everything you said. And you get on management's most hated list. I was the youngest person in my department. And I worked with all women. I was 23. The next youngest person was 31. And she told me I was the sister, the little sister she never had. And everything that I shared with her in the course of 6 months to a year ended up in management's email. I was miserable. I must have put in hundreds, if not thousands, of applications trying to get out. Nobody was calling me back. I couldn't even get an interview. So I'm broke. I have really bad credit, and I hate my job. For the first time in my life, at 23 years old, I felt trapped. If you've never experienced what it feels like to feel trapped, I want you to consider yourself blessed. You are blessed. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. But let me give you some context. See, trap feels like no matter what you do, your life's not gonna get no better. You can try to have a positive mindset, be optimistic, but it feels like nothing but negative ass shit from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed every single day. You can try to pray to God and ask him to help you, but it feels like he's not listening because it feels like he's not fixing it because it feels like your life still sucks. That's how trapped feels. You can try to get a part-time job or even work some overtime so you can save some money and catch up on some bills and just have some peace. But just when you start to get a couple of $100 and start to see the light at the end of the tunnel, something always comes and slaps you in the face. Now your car won't start, or you got parking tickets. It's always something. And no matter what you do, your life's not gonna get no better. Your life begins to feel like a nightmare that you can't wake up from. I felt like that for 6 years. You know, I used to pull up at that job and sit in my car and cry before I even clocked in. I used to bring my job home with me. So that's when you've already clocked out. You are at home. You can't even enjoy the time that you have with your family, your spouse, because you're telling your spouse about everything that happened at work because you can't even believe how crazy they are and they're coming out to get you. That's how you feel. These people have taken up space in your head and you can't escape them. You no longer have peace. I couldn't even sleep at night. I was so stressed about bills. And to cope with all my anxiety, all my depression, I started drinking. First, it was just a few drinks a week, just to calm my nerves. But it quickly spiraled out of control. I became an alcoholic over a freaking job. And the reason why I'm even telling you this is because if any of my story resonates with you, you are already doing something hard. Crying every day because you're so unhappy with your life right now is hard. Going to a job that drains your spirit is hard. Knowing that you're meant for more and not living it, that's hard. And see, the reason why I was so depressed back then was because I had nothing in my life to look forward to anymore. I never had any hobbies and I didn't have any interests back then. So my life was on repeat. That's how it felt. Get up, go to work, be miserable, come home, cry, repeat, week after week, month after month, year after year. This whole time I thought there was something wrong with me because I'm so depressed. No, that's depressing shit. There's nothing wrong with you. That's depressing shit. Anybody would be depressed with that. It's not just you. There's nothing wrong with you. That's depressing. But now I get to get up every single day doing what I love. I get to get up inspired and motivated and get paid to do what I love. You guys, that is purpose. This is what I'm trying to help you build. This is why I told you to choose something that you love. And do not sit here and say, oh, well, it's far-fetched and it's stupid. No, it's not. You see people on these apps yourself doing the darndest things. And you find yourself trying to figure out how the hell are they getting paid to do that? Well, they are. That's the beauty of online business. You can monetize anything. You see it for yourself. The only difference is they decided to try and you decide to live in fear. You keep letting fear steal your dream life from you. The life where you're showing up confident, loving yourself, doing what you love, helping people, making money, and living in freedom. And I want to say one more thing before we move forward, because I need to make sure you hear me. I hope you realize that if you work 8 hours or more, you realize you spend more time with people at work that you don't even like than you do your own family that loves you. Yeah. See, I literally work 9 to 5. So what should have only been a 20-minute drive is an hour because I'm stuck in rush hour traffic. So an hour to work, an hour back, 8 hours out of the day, plus a 1 hour lunch. That's 11 hours out of my day gone. By the time you do get home, you are drained. You are exhausted. You are defeated. You only have a few hours to spend with your spouse and your kids before you got to put everyone to bed just to repeat it again the next day. Just to look forward to the weekend. But respectfully, what the hell are you even looking forward to? Because Friday you still worked. So they still got 8 hours out you. Saturday is the only day that you get to do what you love. Sunday, not so much. No, because you have to what? Prepare for the work week. So you got to cook, clean, go to the grocery store, do laundry, and mentally prepare yourself for the bullshit sitting on your desk come Monday. Ladies, that is not living. That is surviving. Life is meant to be lived, not survived. I don't know what your religious beliefs are, but I know this. The God that I serve, He loves me. He loves me. And if He loves me so much, why would He put me on this earth to be miserable? Why would He want me crying and drinking every single day just to cope with my miserable life? Why would He want me to believe that there's nothing special about me and that He skips me? Why would He want that for me? He doesn't. He didn't skip me. He made me special. And then He allowed me the opportunity to figure out what that was and monetize it online. He made you for something special too. Your life is worth more than bills. Your life is worth more than slaving away at a job to make somebody else rich while you're counting pennies trying to make ends meet at home. There is something special about you too, and you need to monetize it. But the problem is, a lot of times, life has a tendency to life. And somewhere on our journey of life, we lose our light. It gets dim. It gets dark. And then here you are now, thinking that you can't do this, that there's nothing special about you. Sometimes it was a toxic partner, toxic friends, toxic family, toxic job, toxic something. But I'm here to tell you this. You can do this. If you can do all of that, I know for a fact that you can do this. Your idea is not stupid. Your idea is not far-fetched. If you even thought the thought, that's because you can. God does not give you ideas that you can't do. Why would he plant seeds in your head that you could not harvest? He doesn't do that. He gave you the idea because you can. But the problem is you live in fear, and so you won't. It is time to let go of the fear because it is stealing your happiness from you. It is stealing your freedom from you. It is stealing your peace from you, and it is stealing your purpose from you. Let it go. You can do this. Okay? Okay. Fear no more. Fear don't live here no more. Okay? Sales tip number 2. For those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. My name is Coach Jazz. We're building our online business, but most importantly, we're building ourselves. We're building our confidence, our discipline, our accountability, our follow through, our consistency, our self-respect, our boundaries. We're building everything, okay? We're building everything. The things that you got going on in your head is what's keeping you from building your dream life. We got to fix it. Sales tip number 2, make sure y'all are taking notes. The key word of this live is execution. Not only are we going to talk about it and write it down, we're going to do it. Okay? Thank you. Sales tip number 2, write this down. People only buy from people that they like, that they know, and that they trust. People only buy from people that they like, know, and trust. So, if they don't like you, not going to buy. If they don't know you, not gonna buy it. Thank you, Vicky. If they don't trust you, not gonna buy. So how do we get people to like us? Okay, let's talk about it. In your content, remember we said the content is pictures, reels, lives, long form YouTube videos, just whatever you're posting, that's content, okay? In your content, I need you to be relatable and I need you to be authentic. In other words, I need you to be yourself. Because the community that we build, ladies, that's who's going to buy our products from us. But you can't be a community if you can't be yourself. But the reason why you're struggling to be yourself is because you're trying to be perfect. Failing to realize all you're doing is beating yourself up because people can't relate to perfection because no one is perfect. We got to stop. I need you to be yourself. That's how you're going to build your community, and that's how you're going to get people to like you, by just being you. Now, something that I struggled with, and you might be struggling with this, you don't know how to be yourself because you don't know who you are. And the reason you don't know who you are is because you've spent a majority of your life being what you felt other people around you wanted you to be. Okay. If that is something that you are struggling with, I need you to know that means you spend way too much time with other people. I need you to start spending more time by yourself. Because when you spend more time by yourself, now you get to figure out who you are. What things do you really like? What is your real personality under everything else? Okay? Now, for those of y'all who are camera shy, well, I want you to just practice being in front of the camera. So spend a few minutes multiple times a day. Don't say you ain't got no minutes because you be on social. Don't do that. I want you to spend a few minutes multiple times a day sitting in front of your camera and talking. Your phone, whatever, talking. This is not to post. This is just so you get comfortable. Even if you want to be faceless, I want you to practice holding the phone and recording your audio. Because listen, if you don't know how to be relatable and authentic and you think you're going to be a faceless creator, good luck. Good luck. Good luck. You still have to be relatable and authentic even if you're faceless. People have to relate to you whether you're showing your face or not. So if you caring too much about what people think, being faceless is not going to make it no better. This is why I'm telling you to do these things. Sit in front of the camera, sit in front of the phone, talk to the phone, whatever, multiple times a day. Not to post, but just to get comfortable with being relatable and authentic. And the more you do that, the more comfortable you get. Now we're posting consistently, okay? So that's how you're gonna do that. And don't let fear take over and say, well, what if no one likes me? That's impossible, ladies. There's 8 billion people in this world. Somebody is bound to like you. And I used to be fearful of that too. I forgot, you guys, there's a whole world outside of the US, okay? I don't know where you're at, but I'm in the US. And I didn't realize that when you post, it goes everywhere. All over the world. There are people all over the place who need your help. You would be surprised at how many people you are able to help just by posting the video. I have women inside Globe Academy from all over the world, from Canada, Australia, Germany, France, Jamaica. I ain't never been to none of them places. All because I was able to help someone with their problem. Just imagine if I let fear take over this morning and I didn't go live. Well, then you wouldn't be here listening and I wouldn't have been able to help you. But that's literally what you're doing to other people who really need you. So I need you to just post the video. Stop trying to be perfect. Just be yourself. Okay? Okay. Now we said people only buy from people that they like, know, and trust. You're welcome, Jay. Now, how do we get people to know us? Okay, let's talk about it. Ladies, I need you to go live. Going live is by far the best way to build your community. And yes, you can still go live and be faceless. Nothing that we're talking about excludes faceless creators. You're not getting out of none of this, okay? Going live allows people to interact and engage and ask you questions and get a sense of your energy and your vibes. It also allows you to promote your products. Now, some of y'all hard-headed as hell. And you're gonna say, that's cool and all, Jasmine, I don't wanna go live. I'm gonna say, fine, don't. I already told you, I'm not gonna try to convince you of anything. So if you don't wanna go live, don't. But let me just remind you that you also said you didn't wanna go to work. That's what you said. But you still got it. It amazes me how many people are willing to bust their ass at their job to make somebody else rich, but they refuse to bust their ass to build wealth for themselves. You see people on these apps, especially TikTok, selling. How many people did you see scrolling on the For You page this morning? The internet never sleeps. They sell until they sell out at all hours of the day. I don't care what time you go live, just go live. I don't care, go live. Now, some of y'all are saying, well, I would go live, Jazz. I'm not against it. I'm just live shy. Okay. Listen to me. The reason why you're live shy is because you don't have enough experience doing it. Maybe you did it once 6 months ago, but you never did it consistently. We've been on this live for 98 minutes. And if you're still here, that's because you trust what I'm saying to be true. Otherwise, you would have left. So I need you to trust this. If you go live consistently, I promise you, without a doubt, you will get to a point where you are no longer live shy. I cannot make this up. Ladies, everything that you do over and over and over again, you will get better at. It's inevitable. You did not always know how to walk, but now you walk just fine. How was that? Because you had to consistently do it. You didn't always know how to read and write. Now you do it just fine. How? Because you had to consistently do it. You didn't always know how to drive. Now you do that fine. How? Because you had to consistently do it. So just imagine if we consistently went live. Oh. Yes, Jay, I can't make this up. So do it consistently, please. And remember, we crawl before we walk. So maybe you're not going live at all. Fine. Let's commit to hitting the live button for 10 minutes. Once we get comfortable with that, let's up it to 20. Let's up it to twice a week. Let's up it to 3 times a week, okay? We're always focused on progression, not perfection, okay? Now, we said people only buy from people that they like, know, and trust. Okay, great. Well, how do we get people to trust us? Ladies, there is a reason why I am telling you to post consistently. And no, it's not for your health. The reason why I'm telling you to post consistently is because the more people see you, the more they begin to trust you. Consistency builds trust. I don't know if you know this or not, or if you're living under a rock somewhere, but ladies, people work hard for their money. You work hard, I work hard, we're all out here working hard, okay? If you want someone to trust you with their hard-earned money, you are going to have to be trustworthy, which means you have to be consistent. You do not have a choice. Now, I want to do an exercise with you guys. For those of you guys who do not have a product yet, sit this out, take your notes. For those of you guys who do have a product, but you're struggling to make the sales that you want, this is for you, okay? First, what we need to do is remove the ego and the pride. Now, some of y'all can't do that because you think you know everything. And I'm not gonna convince you otherwise. If you think you know everything already, then fine, whatever. Now, for those of y'all who can remove the ego and the pride and you recognize that there's room for growth and improvement and you're teachable, I'm talking to you. First, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to our profile and we're gonna ask ourselves some questions. We have to be honest. Write this down. The worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. The worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. Don't you ever forget that. Okay? Now, ask yourself this. Is it clear as day who you are, what you do, and how you can help people? I also want you to ask yourself this. Please be honest. If you were not you, would you buy from you? If you were not you, would you buy from you? If the answer to any of those questions is no, then you should no longer be confused as to why people are not buying from you yet. There should be no more confusion. And the reason why I say yet is because you have the power to fix it. Ladies, that's the beauty of life. That's the beauty of business. And that's the beauty of everything that we've talked about so far on this live. Anything, and I literally mean anything, that is not giving you the results that you want, you have the power to fix it. So if it's not clear as day who you are, what you do, and how you help people, fix it and make it clear so that people know what they're getting into when they follow you. This live is about to get real. I'm about to get real honest with you. And I already know that I am not the coach for everybody because not everybody wants the truth. Some people prefer to be lied to because it makes them sleep better at night. I'm not here for that. I'm here to help you fix it. And the only way we can fix it is if we're honest about it. So if you're not ready for the truth, if you want to continue to live in a fairy tale, then you keep doing that and leave now. Because I'm about to tell you about yourself. Listen to me. Anything that you don't like, you can fix. But the problem is, you choose not to. That is a choice that you choose to make every day. If you are live shy, I already told you how to fix it. Just go live consistently, and eventually you will not be live shy. But some of you guys have already watched my live, so you already know that to be true. But you choose not to. You still haven't gone live consistently. If you are camera shy, I already told you how to fix it. You've tuned in before, some of you guys, so you've already heard it. But you have still made the choice not to. If you do lack confidence in yourself, fine. Fix it. I already told you how. Keep the promises that you make to yourself, but you choose not to. You choose to complain. You choose to vent. You choose to make excuses and throw pity parties. That's what you choose to do. A lot of times, we live in a trapped mindset. And a lot of times, we've lived in a trapped mindset for so long that we don't even recognize that we're living in a trapped mindset. And we believe that how things are today is how it's going to always be, failing to realize that you can fix it. Anything, you can fix it. And listen, I am guilty of this too. I used to believe I was in a trap. I used to believe I was trapped as well. Remember when I told you guys I felt trapped at that 9 to 5? Remember that? I really believed that I was trapped there. I convinced myself that I was, and I lived like I was, failing to realize I was never trapped. I was never trapped. That's a mindset. I was never trapped at that job. I was comfortable at that job. Let's call a spade a spade. I loved having Monday to Friday weekends off. I loved being able to say I made $60K a year. I loved having my Dodge Charger. I got comfortable with being miserable. See, I could have just got some part-time jobs and left that job, but that doesn't rank as high in my head. I could have just moved back home with my mom, but I wanted to be an adult. I wanted my own place. So I got comfortable with that life. I was never trapped. I was complaining. I was venting. I was throwing pity parties for myself. I was telling myself how unfair life is. I was doing all the things except the one thing that would have changed my entire life, which was leave. I could have been left. I chose not to. These are choices that we make every day. Some of you guys believe that the reason you feel trapped is because you just don't have enough information. And once you watch more YouTube videos, once you read more Google articles, once you ask ChatGPT a few more questions, once you watch some more TikTok lives, it'll all just make sense and you'll have the information you need to finally fix it. Girl, you are not lacking information. No, you are not. You are on information overflow. You have more information than you even know what to do with because you are on social media all day. How many lives have you already tuned into? How many posts do you have archived? You are not lacking information. That is not your problem. Your problem is lack of implementation, meaning you don't execute shit. Which is why I made the keyword of this live, execution. Because you don't do that. You are the woman who constantly talks about what she's going to do, but you don't just do it. You are the woman who always talks about what's not gonna work and you haven't even tried. You are the woman who makes excuse after excuse. You throw pity parties for yourself, you complain and you vent, but you don't do the thing that will change your life, which is just do it. You never execute. That's your problem. You are going to have to execute. You are going to have to change because there are things about you that is holding yourself back. This is self versus self. You are doing this to yourself. All of these excuses and this procrastination, this is all self. You are getting in your own way. You are sabotaging yourself. You have to change because who you are today does not align with the version that you want to become. You want to be that woman who's confident, who loves herself, who's running her business, living in her purpose, who has boundaries and standards for her life, who talks to herself politely, who doesn't allow chaos and toxicity from other people. That version of you, she's already within you. She's already within you. But the problem is she's buried under fear. She's buried under lack of boundaries. She's buried under people pleasing. She's buried under lack of discipline. And until you change, you will not become her. So you're gonna have to change. And another problem that we have is we believe that we have all the time in the world to change. You believe that you have tomorrow. You believe that you have next month. You believe that you have 5 years from now. You've become so entitled to time that you don't even realize that you're entitled to it. Because my question for you is, how do you know how much time you have left? Who told you that you'll be here 6 months from now? Who told you that you'll be here 10 years from now? Who told you that? And instead of you living life to the fullest with the time that you do have, you choose to waste it. You choose to watch from the sidelines. You choose to scroll. You don't have as much time as you think you do because time is moving really fast. And I don't have to convince you of this. You see this for yourself. How many times a day do you say to yourself, wow, can you believe it's already 8:25 a.m.? Wow. Can you believe tomorrow is Monday? Wow. Can you believe it's already 2026? Wow. I can't believe I'm already 35 years old, or however old you are. You do that all day. You have that realization all day. And even though you see for yourself how fast time is moving, you still choose to waste it. Time is your most valuable asset. It's not money. You can always get money back. You cannot get time back. You will never be this age again. You are getting older, hour after hour. You are getting closer to your finish line. So take a new path. Live life to the fullest. Do things that actually make you happy. Stop being around people who drain you. Start pouring into yourself. Start keeping one of the promises that you made to yourself because you only have one life. Stop wasting it. If there's things about your life that you're not happy with, then fix it. Just fix it. Stop choosing to dwell in it. One of the toughest pills that I had to swallow on my own journey, and this is tough, but it's the truth. Your life and the direction that it's going in, whether it's going great or not so great, is a direct reflection of the choices you make. So, for those of you guys struggling financially, your finances are a direct reflection of the choices you make. See, I didn't want to accept that because accepting that would mean that I'm blaming myself. And for the longest time, I didn't want to blame myself, but it was the truth. The reason why I was living paycheck to paycheck was not because I wasn't making enough money. It's because I didn't know how to spend my damn money. Let's just be real. I never had a budget. I didn't have financial literacy. Whatever I wanted, I bought. I didn't know how to tell myself no. No structure, no discipline, no accountability, no nothing. I thought that the reason I was paycheck to paycheck was because my 9-to-5 just didn't pay me enough. No, it's because I was buying stuff that I had no business buying. Why did I need a car, a brand new car? Like, come on. Really? That was my fault. And then I carried those same horrible spending habits into entrepreneurship with the same problem. Ladies, your problems don't get better by themselves. They get worse until you fix it. It just got worse. Now I just had more money to blow. And I did just that. I never used to understand how people can make so much money and be broke until I lived it. Making $20,000 a month and overdrawn. How the hell is that even possible? Oh, it's possible. Did it. I had no budget. My finances were a direct reflection of the choices that I made. And I was gonna keep running into the same problem until I chose to fix it. I had to fix it, or it was just gonna get worse. Now, some of y'all might be like, Jazz, I hear you, but honestly, I did the math 50 times. I really don't make enough money, and there is nothing for me to cut out of my budget. How is that my fault? Okay. Your finances are a direct reflection of the choices you make. And I'm going to tell you why. Ladies, times have been hard. They've been hard. Food prices, rent prices have been on the rise for years. This did not happen last night. And every day, you choose to do nothing about it. Because you could have launched your ebook 6 months ago. You would be making sales today. You could have started that YouTube channel 4 months ago. It could be monetized today. You could have started that TikTok account last month. You would be building your community today. And what did we say? Our community is who buys our products. But every day, you choose not to. You choose to complain. You choose to vent. You choose to throw pity parties for yourself. You choose to make excuses and procrastinate and distract. You choose to do all the things except the one thing that will change your entire life, which is launch the product and do what it is you told yourself you were going to do. And my question for you is, how much longer do you want to keep living like that? Because you already know where it gets you. Nowhere. Because the business still isn't businessing. The content is not contenting. The sales are not salesing. The confidence is -50. The self-respect is out the window. You never keep the promises you make to yourself. You talk to yourself crazy. You let other people talk to you crazy. You have no boundaries for your life. How much longer? How much longer? That's got to change. And listen, I'm no saint. Ain't shit perfect about me. Listen, the version of me that y'all see today, girl, a direct reflection of all the changes that I had to make in my own life. You know, I used to be 100 pounds heavier. I lost 100 pounds. Kept it off for 3 years. I didn't do anything crazy, just ate less and moved my body. That's it. I used to always have excuses. I had an excuse for the excuse. I used to procrastinate as well. My motto was, why do today when I could just put off till tomorrow? In other words, I'll do it later. And later never showed up. I used to not have any boundaries. I used to let people talk to me all types of crazy. And then I would be the one apologizing to them after they just called me names. I used to people please. I always used to put other people before myself. Always. I was last on the list. I used to be my biggest bully. I used to call myself names all the time. I was always calling myself stupid. Oh, Jazz, you're so stupid. What the hell is wrong with you? You could have did better than that. How could I be a successful entrepreneur when I'm calling myself stupid all day? I couldn't. That had to change. The way that a lot of you guys talk to yourself is absolutely disgusting. Ask yourself, would you ever say that to a child? Because if the answer is no, then you should not be saying that to yourself either. That's got to change. One of the biggest distractions that I struggled with in my own journey was alcohol abuse. And I told you guys I started that toxic ass habit when I had that toxic job. And you would have thought that once I quit the job, that the problem would have just fixed itself. No, problems do not fix themselves. They get worse until you fix it. See, at least when I was at work, I couldn't be drunk for 8 hours because I had to work. Well, now I'm home. I quit during COVID. Everything is shut down. I have nothing but time to drink. So I did. See, I quit my job on a whim. I didn't have any money saved up. I had just bought a house 6 months before I quit. Yep, fixed my credit, bought my house. And I decided, you know what? I can't do this anymore. I've been there for 6 years. I was going on 30. I was ready to just leave. You know, when you get tired of something, you just like, F this, right? I quit. And I believe God planted the seed and told me, Jazz, quit now. The time is now. Quit now. So I quit. Put in my 2-week notice. I was out the door. But I had a plan. I had a little bit of stimulus, okay? Now I didn't have much because I don't have kids, but I had about $2,000. So my plan was to just kind of use that to pay my bills for a little bit, maybe make some payment arrangements, and my business will take over from there, and it'll just all work out in the end. So that was the plan, right? So I'm at home doing all the things that you do, trying to make sense of this, watching TikTok videos, YouTube videos, monetizations, contents, digital products, platforms. And I'm believing that I'm being productive, but it's not working. My content is not getting any views. I'm not getting subscribers or followers, and nobody's buying my stuff. I'm getting pissed because I'm running out of money. I'm getting stressed. I'm not understanding, why is it not working? Well, it's not me. I'm not the problem. How could Jasmine be the problem? It's the algorithm. Oh yeah, it's the algorithm. The algorithm doesn't like me. I'm getting mad at God because I'm like, God, you told me to quit. You told me the time is now. I quit and I'm running out of money. I had to make a payment arrangement with the lights. If I don't pay the bill on this day, they're gonna cut them off. There's no more arrangements. I already missed one mortgage payment. If I miss another, they're gonna start trying to foreclose on a house I haven't even had for a whole year yet. I'm stressed. I'm freaking out. I convinced myself that I was being productive, but I wasn't, because I was always drunk. I was not posting consistently. I wasn't doing any of the things that I was taught. I was just bullshitting around. But I didn't want to admit that I'm the reason why. Who wants to say you're an alcoholic? Who wants to say that? I didn't want to say that. I felt guilt, shame, embarrassment. So I didn't. I continued to lie to myself. I told myself that as long as I don't drink before 11 a.m., then I'm not an alcoholic. Because, see, alcoholics, they start their day with alcohol. So even though I drink all day, every day, as long as I don't start my day with liquor, I don't have a problem. So there's nothing to talk about. Girl, the worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. But you get to a point where you can't keep running from yourself. Eventually, you're gonna hit a brick wall. And God is gonna force you to listen. See, I believe God is within us. Okay, so God is within me. You have a God within you. We all have God within us. So he's not at the church, he's within you. So those ideas that you get, those are seeds, and God is trying to tell you something. That gut feeling, the intuition that you get, that's God trying to tell you something. But I noticed a lot of times we don't like to listen to God. We say we do because it sounds good in conversation, it sounds good on paper, but we don't really like to listen to God. We actually try our best to ignore him. Because if that's not true, how many ideas did you have last year that you didn't even try? You didn't even try. You didn't even try. If that's not true, how many times have you gone against your gut just to find out later you were right? We never want to listen. But you gotta listen. And I'll never forget, one day, I was sitting on my bed. I was lost. I was about to lose my house. I was like, wow, I'm about to lose my house. And I remember God said, Jazz, what are you doing? What are you doing? You have been begging me for a business for years, which was true. I had been. He said, the opportunity is literally right in front of you, but you're wasting it. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna keep doing what you've been doing, which is a whole bunch of nothing, or are we gonna fix it? Are we going to change? I decided to fix it. I decided to change. I decided to stop drinking. I haven't had a drink in 5 years. I'll never touch alcohol again. I am done. But since I decided to change, my whole life began to change. I started posting consistently. I was actually being productive because now I'm not always drunk. My platforms started to grow. I started to make sales, all because I decided to change. I started to feel good about myself for the first time in my entire life. I started to say nice things to myself like, I can do this. Wow, I'm smart. Okay, good job, Jazz. I never used to talk to myself like that. Now I'm talking to myself like that all the time. And it feels good to have confidence, to know you can do something. Never had that before. All because I decided to change. See, what I failed to realize back then, and what a lot of people fail to realize is this. Ladies, in order to get something, you have to give up something. I'm gonna say that again. In order to get something, you are going to have to give something up. You cannot have both. In order for me to get the business that I had been begging for, I had to give up excuses. I had to give up procrastination. I had to give up negative self-talk. I had to give up fear. I had to give up distractions. I had to give up alcohol. But when I gave those things up, God opened the floodgates of heaven for me. He gave me everything I asked for and more. See, I had just asked God to help me make $60K a year. And I even started negotiating with that. I said, Lord, help me make 45. I will make it work. I will cut the cable off. Just help me get out of this job. He gave me 6 figures. I asked God for 10K Instagram followers. I didn't even know 10 people. I thought that'd be pretty cool. He gave me 100,000 Instagram followers. I asked God for 5K YouTube subscribers. I don't know. He gave me 30,000 YouTube subscribers. I asked God for just a little bit of confidence so I could stop crying all the time and feeling sorry for myself. He gave me a lot of confidence. There's nothing I don't think I can't do. I can't even remember the last time I cried. All because I decided to change. See, the woman I was back then wasn't aligned with who I wanted to be. See, I wanted to be a woman who was confident, who loved herself, who showed up for herself, who poured into herself, who was living in her purpose, who was truly happy, who had standards for her life. I wanted to become her. And see, that version of me was already within. However, it was buried under fear, procrastination, limiting beliefs, and people pleasing. It was buried under a whole bunch of crap, and it was me getting in my own way. And until I fixed it, I wasn't going to become this version. But once I fixed it, I blossomed. You're gonna have to change, because who you are today does not align with who you want to be. And see, God already has our blessings for us. He designed you for them. But the problem is, He also gave us free will. So you can do whatever the hell you want to do. It's up to you. But He will not give you the blessings that He has for you until you change. So you can delay your blessings as long as you want. Drag it on out. You waited this long, keep on dragging. Go ahead. You want to wait 5 more years? Why stop at 5? How about you go to 10 years? Just keep going. But He will not budge. He will not budge until you change. You are going to have to change. You already know there are things about you that have to change. He told you, and you're still not listening. You're going to have to change. And yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe change is hard. Fine. But the life that you're currently living is hard. Crying every day because you are unhappy with the way things are going right now is hard. Been there. I've done that. I know. Wanting more, but not even believing that you're worthy of more That's hard. I've been there. I've done that. I know. Going to a job that drains you, that's hard. I've been there. I've done that. I know. I've lived both hards. But I'll always choose this one. Because this hard comes with peace. This hard comes with purpose. This hard comes with freedom. It comes with confidence. It comes with income. So you have to decide. What do you want to do? You either want to fix it, you want to change, or you don't. The choice is yours. For those of you guys who want to fix it, you want to change, well, I want to help you. And I can only help people who want it. That's all I'm willing to do. Because listen, if you are 1000% happy with your life and the direction it's going in, and you don't feel the need to change anything, then fine, keep doing what you're doing. If you like it, I love it. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Okay. But if you're not 1000% happy with your life and the direction it's going in, and you want to change it, well, then I want to help you. I want to help you change it. Inside Glow Up Academy, I'm going to teach you how to build your online business from scratch. I don't care what part of the journey you're in. Everything that you need is inside Glow Up Academy. You want to build your online business, you want to sell your ebooks and your e-courses, fine, I'll teach you. It's all inside Glow Up Academy. You want to monetize your YouTube, your Instagram, your TikTok, fine, I'll teach you. All of my platforms are monetized. It's in there. Maybe you do want to go live on TikTok and convert sales like how I do, how my students do, how thousands of creators do. Fine, I'll teach you. It's in there. Maybe you want to do TikTok shop. Fine, I'll teach you. It's in there. I do that. Every single thing that you need to be successful on your online journey, I'm going to teach you all inside Glow Up Academy. But not only am I going to teach you how to build your business, I am also going to teach you how to build yourself. Inside Glow Up Academy, together, you and I are going to build your confidence. We're going to build your consistency and your discipline. We're going to build your boundaries, your non-negotiables. You are going to become the woman who you've always wanted to be, the one who loves herself, who shows up for herself, who believes in herself, who has let go of the fear and the limiting beliefs. That version of you, we're going to build her. We're going to build her. Together, you're going to stop getting in your own way. Glow Up Academy is the space where you build your business, but most importantly, you build yourself, so that you can finally become the woman who actually follows through. Not the one who talks, but the one who does it. Some of you think, Jazz, I just need the information. That's not true. Because I could tell you exactly what to do to monetize your YouTube channel in 4 months, how I have done on both of my channels and how my students have done, but you're not gonna do it if you don't even believe that you're worthy of success. You're gonna self-sabotage it. I could tell you exactly what to do to grow your Instagram to over 100,000 followers, but you're not gonna do it because you don't believe that you're worthy of happiness. You don't. You will continue to self-sabotage. I could tell you exactly how to create your ebook, but you're not going to do it because you care too much about what people think. We got to fix you. Because the things you have going on in your head is exactly why it's not getting done. We gotta stop self-sabotaging. You don't have a choice. Glow Up Academy is a space where we do that. You're gonna build your business and you're gonna build you. Okay? Now, before I let you inside Glow Up Academy, a couple of things. Number one, I only let 10 people in at a time because, believe it or not everybody has the same path. Some people have a product but no audience. Some people have an audience but no product. Some people have a million ideas. But I told y'all earlier, money flows where energy goes. Ladies, some of you guys are spreading yourselves too thin and you working on 50 ideas at once, but nothing's getting done because we have to focus on one. Money flows where energy goes. So we're gonna choose your most favorite idea and we're gonna build that. And then we'll reach back into the pile later when the first one is flourishing, and then we'll build another. Some of you guys have no clue as to what you want to do, what kind of business you want to make, and that's fine. We'll figure it out together. No matter where you're at in your journey, I can help you. I have just noticed for myself, having more than 10 people at one time overwhelms me, okay? And I want to make sure everyone gets the attention that they deserve. Also, yesterday we did sell out. 10 people joined yesterday. It was the first time that happened. So once I start the timer, you guys, just move, because the word is getting out. I've never had 10 people join in one live, and they did. So that link did come off. That link did come down, okay? Also, next thing, I'm gonna set a timer for 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Because I told you, I only wanna help people who want it, okay? I'm not here to force change upon anyone who's not here for it. So when the timer goes off, when the timer starts, just move. You already know what you wanna do. So just move. Don't wait, don't delay, just go. Because once that timer goes off, I take the link down and you cannot join until I'm ready to accept more people. Stop delaying progress. Just move. Also, Glow Up Academy is lifetime access, okay? So once you're in forever. There's no monthly subscription, one time, you're in forever, okay? So that means you will always get access to all the information that's in there. You will always have access to join our Thursday coaching calls. You will always have access to join our Sunday resets. Those are our book clubs we do on Sundays. So today, you will always have access to my inbox to ask me any questions that you have, any feedback, whatever. You will always have access to everything. Once you're in forever. Before you leave off my live, I need you to confirm to me that you received your email, because I need to make sure that it wasn't misspelled. Ladies, the email that you put in, that's where everything is going. And sometimes the autocorrect gets you. So before you leave up off my live, I need you to say, yes, Jazz, I got my email. So I know that you are where you're supposed to be, okay? Because you guys, Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access is typically $597, and I sell it at $597, okay? But because you guys were here, you were present, you asked questions, and you promised me you were gonna execute. I'm gonna take the price down, but I will only keep it down for 10 minutes. Once the 10-minute timer goes off, I will take the price back up to $597. So just get in at the discount while you can, okay? You can use Afterpay or Klarna to break the payment up so you can still get the discount and still be inside forever, okay? While we're live, it'll be $249. $249, okay? That's more than 50% off. So just do what you know you need to do, okay? All right, before I set the timer, I'm gonna walk you guys through how to join. YouTube, your instructions are a little bit different, so just kind of bear with me. I'm gonna start with TikTok. TikTok, in order for you guys to lock in, you are going to click on my profile picture up at the top twice. Now, this is my main TikTok right here. My profile does not look like this. That's the main one. So the link is still the same. The link is still the same, okay? So you're gonna click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ right here in the bio. You're gonna click this red button that says open. And then you're going to click where it says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access, okay? And then here we are. Become the woman who actually follows through. As you guys see, it's already marked down. It is $249. It will say $249 for 10 minutes, and I'm taking the price back up. Scroll down. Feel free to read my reviews. I don't mind. Enter your name, quadruple check your email address. Okay, you can use Afterpay or Klarna to break that payment up. Then you're gonna click right here where it says Start My Glow Up, this blue button. Once you click it, within 30 seconds, you should be receiving that first email from Stan. If you do not receive that email, that is because there was a spelling mistake, but we'll take care of it right here on live. This is why I'm telling you don't leave until you let me know you got your emails, okay? And then the second email will be coming from me. It will say Jasmine Spencer. Please make sure you confirm that you received that email as well, okay? Okay, so I'm gonna walk you guys through again. Click on my profile picture up at the top twice. You can come to my profile, click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ, and then click where it says Open, and then click this top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access. Now, if you already know you're a woman who wants more accountability, you want someone on you every single day, you already know how you are. If you know who you are, you know who you are, okay? I want you to click on the second button, which says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access plus 30-day activation, okay? The 30-day activation starts January 26th, okay? So next week, next Monday, okay? For 30 days, you and I are locked in every single day. So not only are you getting lifetime access to Glow Up Academy, but you're also getting access to the 30-day activation. You and I are locked in every single day. We are doing our Zooms. I'm checking in with you, making sure that you are sticking to what we said we was going to do, okay? You know who you are. You know who you are. If that is you, then I want you to click on the second button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access plus 30-day activation. It is 5:46. And I still need you to make sure that you let me know you got your emails, okay? And you're gonna have more information because of the 30-day activation, okay? YouTube, in order for you guys to lock in, you have to leave the live. You come to my YouTube channel. You're gonna click right here where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ right at the top. And then you will click on this top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access. And then here we are, Become the Woman Who Follows Through. Same thing, it's already marked down to 249. Scroll down, feel free to read my reviews, enter your name, quadruple check your email address, and then click Start My Glow Up, okay? Yes, let's go, come on inside. All right, Penny, can you check your email for me and let me know you received it? And Angela, can you check your email for me and let me know you received it? Okay, now while I'm waiting, you guys, please don't leave my lives until you have confirmed to me that you received my email. I need to know. I like to know where everybody's supposed to be, please. And even if you don't get it, obviously, if you're joining today, you didn't get a chance to read the chapters for our book club tonight. That's fine. Still come and be a part of the conversation, okay? Just because you didn't read for the Sunday resets, you can still come and be a part of the conversation and the discussions, okay? So please, I still want you inside. All right, so once let me set the timer. Okay, timer is set. I am waiting on 2 ladies to let me know they received their emails. While you guys are waiting for me, so as soon as I get off of live, I hop right inside Glow Up Academy and start speaking to you. I need you guys to make sure you're responding to my message. There's an inbox right here, an inbox icon. Please make sure you click that and respond to my message. Because I don't know what you're struggling with unless you tell me. I don't know what I'm supposed to be helping you fix and change if you don't tell me, okay? Lifetime access is $249. Come on in. You can use Afterpay or Klarna. So please make sure that you respond to my message. Even if you don't have time to respond now, maybe you're on your way to go do something, I need you to respond before you go to bed. Let's execute. Let's get it done, okay? So I want you to click where it says Classroom, right here up at the top. And then here we are. I want you to click on Start Here, Welcome and Orientation, all right? Here we go. I have a 7-day orientation for you. It's very short, the videos are short to the point, but I also have a small homework assignment for you to do every single day of your orientation. And these assignments are to get you closer to your goal. I already know that you can do whatever you put your mind to. I already know that. Now I don't have to know you to know that. But I need you to know that. A lot of times, you don't know that, because you always give up, okay? So I've designed Glow Up Academy for you to build proof within yourself that not only can you do something, you can finish it. Because now that we're building that self-proof, that's the confidence that we're now growing, which will help us build our business and all other things that we have that we want to do with our life. Confidence. And a lot of us lack it. So we have to build it. And this is how it is built. okay? So please make sure you do this. And there's check-ins, like you have to check in with me, okay? I'm on you. This is no joke. Oh, y'all thought I was playing. No, we're building confidence. We're building discipline. We're building consistency. Oh. Y'all thought it was a game. It is not a game, okay? Now, the beauty with Glow Up Academy, is you choose your path. Okay, so everybody's path is different, like I told y'all earlier. So maybe you want to start working on your business. That's what you're here for. Okay, well, I want you to go to the business building vault. I especially want you to do this if you are not familiar with Canva, if you don't know how to work it like that, because I share my screen with you and walk you guys through how to customize, how to take things out, put things back. So I really want you to watch that. I also walk you guys through how to upload to your hosting site, how to price your product, how to create your product, okay? I also walk you through how to set up your LLC, S Corp or C Corp, whatever filing you want, how to build your business credit and file your business taxes, okay? If you want to, maybe you already have a product, but you're struggling to make sales, fine. Go to the Marketing Mastery Vault. I walk you through what kind of content to create, what things to make sure you're saying, the prompts for ChatGPT to get the best scripts, okay? So everything that you need for your marketing, okay? Maybe you want to work on your mindset. You're a people pleaser. Maybe you like boundaries, confidence, consistency, whatever it is. Go to the Mindset Motivation Vault, okay? Maybe you want to work on self-care this year. You never put yourself first. This is a new thing for you. Fine. Go to the self-care and femininity vault. Maybe you want to grow your Instagram vault, your YouTube vault, TikTok vault. Even if you want to sell on TikTok vault. Everything, all things is TikTok vault, okay? And maybe for my faceless creators, you want to build your business, but you want to be faceless. Fine. Faceless vault. I walk you through how to do all those things, okay? And then if you want to work on manifesting the right way, manifestation vault, okay? So you choose your path for Glow Up Academy. There's no right or wrong answer, but you get to choose your path. And also don't forget, we have our book clubs on Sunday, so today, and then we also have our Thursday coaching calls. I'm still waiting on Angela. Please, ladies, let me know that you received your email, please. TikTok, again, in order for you guys to lock in, you can click on my profile picture up at the top twice, come to my profile, click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ, and then you can click on this red button right here that says open, and then you're gonna click on this top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access, $249, and then YouTube. So the activation is separate. So for those of you guys who know you want somebody on you every single day, you know you want the one-on-ones, then you go to the second button that says Glow Up Academy Access, Lifetime Access Plus, where are we at? Sorry, I can't read upside down. Right here. Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access Plus 30-day activation. You'll go to that one, okay? All right, so YouTube, you click on my link right here, Glow Up Lounge HQ, and then click on the top button, Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access, and then here we are, same thing, $249, become the woman who actually follows through, okay? We have a few more minutes. Ladies, I need Regina, please check your email for me. We have a few more minutes, let's go. And for the woman who is here, but she's second guessing whether or not she should join, I'm not gonna convince you of anything. What I am gonna say is this, when I end this live, my voice fades. And you go right back to your life, doing the things that you do every day, whatever those things are. And you will slowly start to forget the things that we discussed. You're here because I connected with you. You're here because I spoke to you in some way, shape, or form. And deep down inside, you know I can help you. So don't let today, this morning, be the end of the road. Join so we can finally fix it. Not talk about fixing it. Not wish upon fixing it, but actually fixing it. You know there are things that you need to be working on. So there's no need to struggle. No need for that. Okay? All right. I have a positive impact on the world. I have a positive impact on the world. I told y'all, whatever you want to sell, you can sell. There's no such thing as a bad, stupid, far-fetched idea. Not in 2026. Not in 2026. You have a positive impact on the world. Whatever you want to sell, you can sell. Okay? Let me check. Make sure you refresh your email, or not refresh your email. You guys, if you click on the stand, but then you don't join right away and then you come back to it, you have to refresh the website because it's trying to prevent scams and frauds. Okay, so make sure you refresh. So if you clicked on it, but then left and then came back, hit the refresh button and then put everything in. Okay, don't do it later, or don't do it later because it's not going to go through. Okay, so just hit refresh and then do it, because if you did not get that email from Stan, it did not go through, because I don't see it on my side, so it didn't go through. Okay, I am strong, capable, and resilient. I am strong, capable, and resilient. This is what I mean by we never give ourselves enough credit where credit is due. You have already proven to yourself that you're strong. There are things that you got through. Exactly. If you can get through that, you can get through this. I am a powerful creator of my own reality. I am a powerful creator of my own reality. Amen, amen. Let me see. But did you get the second email from me? So you're going to get 2 emails, you guys. The first one is from Stan. And then the second email is from Jasmine Spencer, which is me, okay? So one will say Stan, and then the second email says Jasmine Spencer, okay? I need you to confirm to me that you received both. Regina, I'm still waiting on a confirmation. Ladies, y'all know how we roll. You know how we roll. You know I need to see that you got your emails. I want to know everyone is where they're supposed to be, okay? I need to know everybody's where they're supposed to be. Okay. I believe in my dreams and my ability to achieve them. I believe in my dreams and my ability to achieve them. If you even thought the thought, that's because you can. If you even thought about it, if you even thought about being a content creator, that's because you can. If you even thought about being a business owner, that's because you can. Otherwise, it wouldn't have crossed your head. I can't make this up, but it is going to require you to change. And for those of you guys who say things like, well, I don't have time to go live, I want you to be honest and ask yourself, how many hours a day do you spend on social media scrolling? Because some of y'all have been on my lives. And if you're not going to join Glow Up Academy, fine, but why are you not hosting your own? Clock that T. I said what I said. I said what I said. Can't keep watching from the sidelines. You have to execute. I celebrate both my small and my big achievements. I celebrate both of my small and my big achievements. I want you to tell yourself every day something that you're proud of yourself for. I do this all the time. I'll say, oh, I'm proud of myself for walking today when I didn't feel like it, or oh, I'm happy that or proud of myself that I, did this when I didn't feel like it. I always say those things to myself. Always. Always. You need to be saying something. And sometimes the reason why you may be struggling with saying something is because you're not doing anything right now that you are proud of. Because maybe you're the woman who always has excuses. Okay, so today's a new day. So let's do something that we're proud of ourselves for. And it doesn't have to be something that's going to take 10 hours. It could be something that took 5-10 minutes. Maybe today you decide to get dressed. Maybe today you decide to do your hair. Do something for you. Keyword, for you. And the more times you do that, the more you start to feel good about yourself. And that's that feel-good energy that's going to build your confidence. There's a method to the madness, ladies. There's a method to the madness. I know some of y'all don't want to hear it. I am confident in the decisions I make. I am confident in the decisions I make. And if you're not confident in your decisions, why not? You got yourself this far. You still here. You're still kicking. You still kicking, you still breathing, you're still present. So obviously you know how to make a decision here or there that gets you to the right place, because you could have been dead. You could have made one wrong decision one day and it could have been over. But you're still here. That's our timer. But you're still here. So what does that mean? You know how to make good decisions. You may not feel like you make good decisions all the time, but you know how to make good decisions. So I need you to start acting like it. Okay? Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Make sure y'all follow me if you haven't already. I'm still waiting on one person to confirm they received their email. She might not even be on here anymore. Okay, make sure y'all follow me if you haven't already. For those of you guys who did join Globe Academy, I'm hopping in now. I'll be speaking to you in a few minutes. For those of you guys who didn't, that was a choice. You can fix it or you can choose not to. Stop watching. Let me tell you this. Women who run businesses, ladies, they are not sitting on lives all day. That is the honest truth. So I want you to evaluate your schedule. And before you sit here and say that you don't have time, you do have time because you sat here. So this is the time that I want you to work on your goals, okay? All right, I enjoyed y'all. Thank y'all so much. Have an amazing Sunday, and I will be seeing y'all later. Bye TikTok number 2. Bye YouTube.